What's up guys, Shockwave640 here, and today I'm taking a look at the Transformers Fall of Cybertron Deluxe Class Optimus Prime. And here is the figure, but before we take a look at the figure, I actually want to say some stuff. Well, so first we have good news and bad news. The bad news is the YouTube channel is going to be slowing down for I don't really know how long, as the reason why is because I've actually basically run out of figures to review. I've pretty much reviewed everything in my collection. I have a few figures, but I don't really know if I will be able to review them without the video taking too long and my phone not having enough storage to be able to upload it onto YouTube. But I will definitely try. Everything else I have is just a repaint, and you know my rule against repaints. I will not review them. I will show them in size comparisons, and that is about all I will do when it comes to a straight up repaint. I will do a review if it is a heavy retool, but I will not review repaints. So, unless you guys have an idea to either donate figures to my channel or anything like that, you can go on ahead. But the rule is for donating is if you're 18, if you're below the years of 18, if you're below 18 years old, please get permission from your parents or guardians first. I don't want anybody getting in trouble for trying to donate figures to this channel. If you choose to do so, I'm not actually asking or telling anybody to donate. This is purely if you want to. But you do have a benefit to donating a figure to my channel. What happens is you do get a shout out, whether it be your name or what you go by or your YouTube channel is completely up to you. Just shoot me an email and tell me what the figure is and your preferred name for the shout out, and that name will go into the description of every one of my videos as one of my supporters until I can think of something better to do, really. So yeah, if you want to donate figures, just email me. And then to the good news, a big, huge shout out and thanks to Dull Car Toys and Stuff, because he is a good friend of mine. Me and him have been helping each other's channels out as much as possible, giving shout outs, full-on support to each other. If you like toy reviews, like Transformers, anything like that, check him out definitely. But if you want more depth, as in comparison between Hasbro and Takara, or Takara and third parties, or Hasbro and third parties, or third-party Soundwave versus a official Soundwave, or anything like that, check him out because it helps so much. He goes from describing parts forming to talking about upcoming things to comparing price points to anything like that. So definitely be sure to check him out. He's a really cool guy. But moving on to the actual review itself, here we have the Deluxe Class Fall of Cybertron Optimus Prime. So, bringing him in, let's take a look at this figure. But first, as always, we have the size comparisons. So here we have the Fall of Cybertron Deluxe Class Shockwave, which is obviously bigger because he is in his robot mode. Here he is with the Fall of Cybertron Optimus Prime, which oddly they're the same exact length, which is really kind of weird. It's a little bit smaller, but kind of weird that they're the same length. This is a Commander class, which is weird. But here he is with a current Deluxe, which is the Titans Return Skull Smasher or Skull Cruncher, whichever you prefer. There he is with a current Deluxe, and here he is with the Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. So you can see how they look together, which honestly I think they might actually share the exact same colored plastic. No, never mind. The blue on him is darker and the red on this Prime is darker, so a little bit different shades, but they do look cool nonetheless. So let's get in here close and take a look at the details for Optimus Prime himself. Here is his truck mode, which is very video game accurate. Well, when it's boosting. Whenever it's just standard driving, it doesn't look anything like this, but it's very cool. You got some nice silver up here. You got some nice silver tampographed Autobot logos there. Nice black, what would be windshields, but considering it's a Cybertron vehicle, they don't have windshields, but it's basically what they would be. Here you've got the front bumper, got the windows, of course no paint on there whatsoever, but there's repro label sets out for this guy. The nice grille right there. You got the wheels with the nice silver rims inside of there. You got some ports here on both sides of his legs. You got some ports up here, and you got some ports right there. And if you want to, you can rotate his hand, and you have a port to access right there, which you can use to plug in his gun here, which you can see what that looks like, which is the Path Blaster from the game. He's really meant to hold it this way in robot mode. This peg's really for vehicle mode, but you can plug it here like that. Plug it up here if you want to. You can plug it on the sides. Like I said, you can plug it in the hand and have it on the side right there, which would kind of basically look kind of like this. You can plug it in a number of different places, but yeah, here's the bottom of him, which is kind of sloppy looking. You can just see his hands right there, his crotch, and his legs just clearly right there. But that's pretty much it. Very nice looking. Oh, he's also got some silver back there. Kind of gappy right back here, and you can see where the tail lights would be. But let's get down to the transformation, why don't we? So, transformation, very simple. What you want to do is you want to untab this, which, as you can see, just slides right over this tab right here. And just fold these down right over the bottoms of the forearms. Come in here, rotate his fists so the fingers are facing outwards, like so. Just kind of rotate his fist. Just going to do this now because it's really tight. There we go. It's a lot easier whenever you bring that out right now. Now you're going to untab these arms, and they just tab in using the tab right there. You can see it on the inside, and that slot right there where my fingernail is, right in there. That's just where that tabs in and locks that into place. Untap that on both sides. And rotate this so that the wheel goes onto the inside. You're just rotating it at the bicep swivel, basically. Now you're going to come back here, untab this section, which just tabs in using these two gray silver tabs going into these two ports right here on the back of him. Just going to bring that down like so. You're going to bring his legs up all the way, separate his legs, and then you're going to bring them down. They will lock into place like so, and there you go. There you have that. There you have that. Bring his arms down like so. Push this gray piece right here. Push that up into the body. Bring this flap down. And these two clips right there will basically hold that on like so. And bring everything down. Situate everything how you want it to be. And there we have the Fall of Cybertron Optimus Prime in his robot mode. And this thing looks phenomenal. Oh, and also you want to bring these shoulder stacks down to get the full video game look. So there you go. You have the awesome Beefimus Prime in his robot mode. So let's just finish off with the other size comparisons. Here he is with Shockwave, who does stand taller, both at the head and the wings. Here we have with Skull Smasher. So you can see what an older Deluxe looks like with a newer Deluxe. Much bigger, of course, which is a good thing. And then here he is with the Evasion Mode Prime. He just goes up to his waist, but then again, it's a Voyager versus a Deluxe. And here he is with the little Commander Class Optimus Prime. Clearly, he grew. So, there he is. Now, let's get in here, take a look at the details. So, here we have his head sculpt here. Very, very nice looking, very video game accurate. Some nice detail there in the neck. Nice paint on the head and the face. At first, I was kind of iffy about the way the antennas look, but they are a little bit better looking to me now. Nice silver Autobot logos. They got the black windows. Got the gray here on his abdomen. Got some nice silver going down the legs. Got the wheels here. Very clean transformation. Really, the only thing hanging off is this junk here, but oh well. He doesn't have a backpack at all, which is probably the only Transformer that doesn't have a backpack. That and Evasion Mode Optimus, neither of them have a backpack, but so that's very cool. Not a lot of detail on this guy, except for up in the upper body. The legs are kind of just plain. Also, not a lot of paint, but he looks like the Optimus Prime character, so that's perfectly fine with me. Now, articulation, his head is on a ball joint, so you can not really get any wiggly-waggly, but you can rotate it all the way. And due to the way the ball joint works, he can look way up like crazy, and then he can look pretty good down. So that is very cool. He has a ball joint in the shoulder, so his arm can go out that far. Can't do a full 360. Just be careful because it does kind of get caught on stuff sometimes. You can rotate here at the bicep. Also, there's silver exposed there on the elbow. You can rotate here at the bicep. You have full range of movement at the elbow for the transformation. You have a wrist swivel. You have the ball joint here at the waist, which if you lift it up a little bit, gives you the full rotation. But just having it down like this, it can only rotate that far, but that's really all you need. Legs can go that far forward. They can go that far backward. He can do almost the full splits. He does have a thigh swivel. He has full bend at the knee, even though it's actually not his knee because his actual knee is right there, but that's pretty much what you would use as a knee. And he's got a ball joint at the foot, and if you use the transformation hinge, you can get more articulation in the foot, but then he does not stand very well. So, very articulated, but he's also very small. Honestly, this guy's feels really tiny. He feels like a large commander sized, even though he's obviously way bigger than a commander, but that's just what he feels like. Like, the way his transformation is and the way the posability is, he just feels like a large commander to me. But, with the quality of him and the detail and the way he looks like a Deluxe, or a Voyager, even. So, I don't really know. But he is a very cool figure nonetheless. And of course, he can hold his blaster. He has a number of different ways to hold it, but I usually just have him holding it there to be the normal path blaster. You can also plug it here in his shoulders, here on his back, here on the sides of his arms, and on the sides of his legs. And if you really wanted to, on the bottoms of his feet. I don't know why you would want to, but he can do it. So, a very cool figure. Honestly, I'm going to have to say this is probably my favorite figure of the Fall of Cybertron line. First being, I can't really decide who's my favorite between him and Shockwave. I really like the Shockwave figure, but I really like this Optimus Prime figure. The Shockwave figure's good, but, like, the parts in him look weird. Like, his arms just look kind of weird. But this guy, he looks almost pretty darn near perfect. But, that is just my opinion. So, let's set him off to the side and bring in some votings, which are pretty much the last two figures I have to review. We have Combiner Wars Sunstreaker. And we have Transformers Generations Armada Starscream. So, choose who you would like to vote. As always, there is the I right up there at the top. You can choose either Combiner Wars Sunstreaker or Generations Armada Starscream. So choose who you would like to see reviewed. Not entirely sure when, because I'm going to be a little bit busy within this week, but I will try to review him as soon as possible. So, well guys, I am Shockwave640, and don't forget, if you would like to donate any figures, just email me. I'll put my email down in the description below. Check out Dokar Toys and Stuff. His YouTube channel will be down in the description below. And well guys, I am Shockwave640, and this was the Fall of Cybertron Deluxe Class Optimus Prime, and I will be seeing you later. So, well, as always, have a good day. Peace.